Welcome to TechStacked, the brand new channel that I, Lucas Cyprian, will be talking about tech news, providing my analysis and opinions and everything related, hopefully stacking the odds for you, the average tech enthusiast. Introductions aside, let's get started and let's get caught up in the past couple weeks. This past week, T-Mobile obtained close to $8 billion worth of wireless spectrum auctioned off by the FCC, and they're pretty proud of how they're going to be utilizing it. This new spectrum is all of the 600 megahertz range, which basically is good for traveling long distances, penetrating into buildings with higher integrity, all the qualities of which make for a good network. Now, why does this matter to you? John Legere, or whatever, CEO of T-Mobile, says this will allow them to compete with the likes of Verizon and AT&T, Verizon of which didn't take part of this recent auction. And I think he's totally right. The Un-carrier movement has been great in the past for eliminating the standards of contracts, data allowances, and pricing in general. And that's all great up to the point where those things only really matter if they're going to be supported on a network that is actually going to reach your phone. So, for existing T-Mobile customers, hey, this is good. You're going to get covered in a lot more places. However, for customers of other carriers, of which happen to dominate in particular areas, such as Dallas, Texas, or Basking Ridge, New Jersey, that dominance is about to disappear due to the competition that T-Mobile is planning to bring by the end of this year. And hey, competition is always a good thing for the consumer. If you have followed AMD in their latest CPU releases, that is at the beginning of March with the Ryzen 7 CPUs, you should know that Ryzen 5 also just came out and they're creating quite a scene now. The Ryzen 5 processors, more so aimed at the mainstream crowd, are actually shaping up to be true competitors against Intel's current offerings on a price point basis. If you're looking for some raw numbers, check out PC World's comparison review. You'll find that AMD in most areas is a force to be reckoned with, and Intel will sooner or later have to start to compete either in performance or pricing. To be honest, if you're someone that multitasks or just does a lot of things that require cores and threads, as things have progressed, more things need more cores and threads, and these new AMD CPUs are definitely there to provide that. These new CPUs are legit. Speaking of Ryzen, many have speculated that Microsoft's upcoming Project Scorpio would be utilizing Ryzen, but it turns out last week the specs were revealed and Ryzen wasn't exactly in there, but it's still AMD powered. In any case, this next entry in the Xbox line will be taking on 4K 60 FPS gaming, and we're waiting to see if anything VR related will be occurring with that as well. Microsoft's Phil Spencer says that they will be unveiling Project Scorpio this coming June at E3. Now, I would more than likely expect that Scorpio isn't going to be the final name, and then they'll probably tell us what that is at E3. I don't know, maybe the Xbox One Pro, the Xbox 2, the Xbox One 2, Switch? Yeah, I don't know. Any guesses? Comment section below. Wrapping up, from this past Thursday, Nintendo had announced that they're going to be discontinuing their NES Classic Edition. You know, that thing that made them a lot of money during the holidays and still pretty popular, you know, that one. Yeah. The Verge has said that Nintendo doesn't want your money, they want your soul. Or to paraphrase that, Nintendo wants you to keep them on your mind. Okay, listen, if you're gonna be discontinuing your products, you're not gonna be laying on my mind for very long. Just throwing that out there. Checking into yesterday's GameFAQs poll of the day, the general public seems to think that this move is just baffling and hard to understand, or that it's just Nintendo being Nintendo doing their typical Nintendo things. Okay, now I know I'm not alone in this whole speculation, but my guess is we're probably going to bring it back right before this next holiday season. And, I don't know, possibly revamp it, throw in some more games, or who knows, maybe they'll do an SNES Classic Edition. But your guess is as good as mine, so we'll see. And on that note, that is it for the very first show on TechStacked. Now, please let me know, because I'm very interested in taking on some constructive criticism, yeah, that. Just let me know. I want to know what you guys think. If you like the video, share it with your friends, whether tech savvy or not. You might learn something. And hey, if you haven't subscribed already, click it. We'll see you in the next one.